Take your time, baby. We already late for everything that don't matter.
Hi, I haven't seen you guys in a while. I am Linda. I am an AI artist, animator, and educator. I have been working on a project for quite a while, and I wanted to share an update with you. It is a social media ad that's going to be used in several different places. And one of the issues was that some of the characters in the ad were not dressed as casually as they needed to be. So that's what I was working on. I thought I'd kind of show you what I did. And you can see how using ImagineArt's platform really makes everything so easy to keep things in order. You can see on the left-hand side my original images, and they needed adjusting. So I laid things out so it'd be easier to see. But you can see here that I've written my own prompt, and I went ahead and I used Claude to make the more advanced prompt, and I used both. So you can see what I did here. The original one and the more advanced one. And here's what I ended up with. Originally, I'd had these two images here, and they were in the library. It was done by Dream, which you can see over the right-hand side. But I decided maybe we needed it to be a little bit more relaxed, and I needed a white background. And that's what we got. This guy is by Dream. This one is by Nano Banana. I prefer the Dream one if you want to take a look and see. She turned out pretty good. She's a sheep, by the way, but she's one of the doctor sheep. I had this fellow we started out with. He's from India. And with a little work, he ended up looking pretty good. He works up in Canada now. He's got his little Canada shirt. Life is good. And then we've got this fellow. He came to me looking a little like he was from a different time. I made some adjustments. The yellow sweater didn't go over great, so we made some more adjustments, took the jacket off. This guy looks a little scary. And this is where we ended up. He's going to work great. Look at him. Gorgeous. This fellow is one that we've had for a while, and he just continues to be fabulous. This girl needed a makeover. We need representation from someone from a Muslim culture. And we decided to make an adjustment to her to fit. And I think this is the prompt that I wrote. And then I went ahead and also got one written by Claude Sonnet. And this guy was the first one before we moved into having her wear a hijab. In this case, we've got a hijab, but her ears are sticking out, and that's just not going to fly. She turned out pretty cute, though, didn't she? She's adorable. So I thought we would go ahead and see if we can't tuck her ears into the hijab. And it looks like this was the prompt that I used. I'm going to move this over here. Again, you can see how you follow all of this. It's just so great. A full body image of a Muslim female anthropomorphic sheep standing in an open study area. I'm going to change this. Instead of standing in an open study area, I'm going to say on a white background, which makes it a lot easier to insert her into the background that is a background later. And she's wearing casual winter's clothes and a hijab. But I want to make a notation here. The hijab covers her head and ears with tucked inside. And she's got a cute little maple leaf. She needs to have boots on. So that was another thing I think I added. I want to make sure this is really detailed. The other ones are. So let's do this. Image, highly detailed. And let's see what we get here. I'm going to run that. And ta-da! She turned out very well. I like that. I wish it was a little wider of an image, but that'll do for right now. So you can see how that turned out. This little guy, he's going to be taken in the Montreal Canadiens hockey team province. That's why he's wearing that. Then I've got this up here, which is kind of fun. I wanted to share. I needed a dog, and we decided on a border collie. My original image had no door at the back, and I wanted a door that would look kind of cool if it was knocked down. I think we're going to sort of have the dog run up and knock the door down. I created a door along the path, and I think in the end, is it this one I decided to go with? I wanted one that seemed kind of magical. I kind of think this was it. Let me see. Yeah, this is the magical door. So you've got the main character walking through the path. The televisions and monitors will be coming off and on and having fuzz and hearing noises. And it'll be cool. There you go. I, again, want to say how much having this all laid out in this way makes life easier. It just does. And I noticed something weird up here. What was that? I think this got all twisted around. This goes before that one. Yes. There's the hallway. Let's get this a little bigger here. And then this goes over and the pup shows up. I think there's only one of this one. And then I think there's another one with the dog. Let's see. There's different views. I like this one too. And I like that one. Sometimes it's hard to decide. I like that one. But it seems to look really cool when it's dark out. This is still a nice one too. So Seedream did a great job. I hope this kind of was interesting and useful. And you can see sort of how things are laid out. It looks more confusing than it actually is. It really just comes down to an original image, a prompt, and then a result, and then taking that and moving it forward if you didn't get what you wanted the first time around, or if you want more than one. You just add on to it and take the old image and change the prompt, which means that when you're creating something like a background like this, you're able to get different views of the same location, which is very nice. Seedream's extra good about that because you can put the seed in it. So if you make something on MidJourney and you use it here, you can use that seed to make sure you maintain the integrity of the original image. I want to bring you all behind the curtain and see what I do. I do things right, I do things wrong, but it's always changing. And yeah, I hope you guys have a great week and talk to you soon. Take care. Bye-bye.
I walk in slow, but the work get done. You can run that race, sugar.